Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and in today's video we're going to be going over the award winners for this year's 2024 Golden Globe Awards, the 81st annual Golden Globe Awards. You know, there were a lot of strong nominees for many different categories this year. Like, I felt it was legit going to be a grudge match this year in terms of the nominees, and we had a lot of big winners: Succession, The Bear, Oppenheimer, just to name a few. We're gonna go in order of the awards announced during the broadcast, and like always, if you're messing with the content, make sure you're liking this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications and all that good stuff. Now let's get into it. The winners from the 2024 Golden Globe Awards. Now for the first category of the night, we had Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Supporting Role in Any Motion Picture. And out of the nominees, we had Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple, we had Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers, Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer, Jodie Foster for Nyad, Julianne Moore for May December, and Rosamund Pike for Saltburn. And the winner of this category was Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers. Up next, we had the Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Supporting Role in Any Motion Picture, and we had Charles Melton from May December, Mark Ruffalo from Poor Things, Robert De Niro from Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr. from Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling from Barbie, and Willem Dafoe from Poor Things, and the winner of this category was Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer. Up next, we had the nominees for Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Limited Series, Anthology Series, or Motion Picture made for television. And the nominees were Ali Wong for Beef, Brie Larson for Lessons in Chemistry, Elizabeth Olsen in Love and Death, Juno Temple in Fargo, Rachel Weisz in Dead Ringers, and Riley Cole in Daisy Jones and the Six. And the winner of that category was Ali Wong in Netflix's Beef. Up next, we had the nominees for Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Limited Series, Anthology Series, or Motion Picture made for television. And the nominees were David Oyelowo in Lawmen, Bass Reeves, John Hamm in Fargo, Matt Bomer in Fellow Travelers, Sam Claflin in Daisy Jones and the Six, Stephen Yeun in Beef, and Woody Harrelson in White House Plumbers, and the winner for that category was Stephen Yeun in Beef. Up next, we had the Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Supporting Role on Television, and the nominees were Abby Elliott in The Bear, Christina Ricci in Yellow Jackets, Elizabeth Debicki in The Crown, Hannah Weddingham in Ted Lasso, J. Smith Cameron in Succession, and Meryl Streep in Only Murders in the Building, and the winner was Elizabeth Debicki in The Crown. Up next, we have Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Supporting Role on Television. The nominees were Alan Ruck in Succession, Alexander Skarsgård in Succession, Billy Crudup in The Morning Show, Ebon Moss-Bachrach in The Bear, James Marsden in Jury Duty, and Matthew Macfadyen in Succession. And the winner was Matthew Macfadyen for his role as Tom Glomsgams in Succession, the first of many Succession awards tonight. Up next, we had the nominees for Best Screenplay. Nominees were Celine Song for Past Lives, Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, Eric Roth and Martin Scorsese for Killers of the Flower Moon, Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach for Barbie, Justine Triet and Arthur Harari for Anatomy of a Fall, and Tony McNamara for Poor Things, and the winner of this category was Anatomy of a Fall. Up next, we have Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Television Series, Musical, or Comedy. The nominees were Bill Hader in Barry, Jason Segel in Shrinking, Jason Sudeikis in Ted Lasso, Jeremy Allen White in The Bear, Martin Short in Only Murders in the Building, and Steve Martin in Only Murders in the Building, and the winner was Jeremy Allen White in The Bear. Up next, we had the Best Performance in Stand-Up Comedy on Television. The nominees were Amy Schumer in Emergency Contact, Chris Rock in Selective Outrage, Ricky Gervais in Armageddon, Sarah Silverman in Someone You Love, Trevor Noah in Where Was I, and Wanda Sykes in I'm an Entertainer, and the winner was Ricky Gervais in Armageddon. Up next, we had the nominees for Best Motion Picture in the non-English language, with the nominees being Anatomy of a Fall, Fallen Leaves, Io Capitano, Past Lives, Society of the Snow, and The Zone of Interest, and the winner was Anatomy of a Fall. Up next, we had the Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Television Series, Musical, or Comedy. The nominees were Ayo Edebiri in The Bear, Elle Fanning in The Great, Natasha Lyonne in Poker Face, Quinta Brunson in Abbott Elementary, Rachel Brosnahan in Marvelous Miss Maisel, and Selena Gomez in Only Murders in the Building, and the winner was Ayo Edebiri in The Bear. Okay, so up next, Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Television Series Drama. The nominees were Brian Cox in Succession, Dominic West in The Crown, Gary Oldman in Slow Horses, Jeremy Strong in Succession, Kieran Culkin in Succession, and Pedro Pascal in The Last of Us, and the winner was Kieran Culkin in Succession, the second award for Succession of the night. Okay, so up next we had the nominees for Best Motion Picture Animation. The nominees were The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Suzume, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and Wish, and the winner of this category was The Boy and the Heron. Up next, we had the nominees for Best Director. The nominees were Bradley Cooper in Maestro, Celine Song with Past Lives, Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, Greta Gerwig for Barbie, Martin Scorsese for Killers of the Flower Moon, and Yorgos Lanthimos for Poor Things, and the winner was Christopher Nolan for his directorial contributions in Oppenheimer. Up next, we have the nominations for Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. The nominees were Alma Poisty in Fallen Leaves, Emma Stone in Poor Things, Fantasia Barrino in The Color Purple, Jennifer Lawrence in No Hard Feelings, Margot Robbie in Barbie, and Natalie Portman in May December, and the winner was Emma Stone in Poor Things. Okay, up next we have the Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Motion Picture Drama. The nominees were Andrew Scott in All of Us Strangers, Barry Keoghan in Saltburn, Bradley Cooper in Maestro, Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer, Coleman Domingo in Rustin, and Leonardo DiCaprio in Killers of the Flower Moon, and the winner was Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer. So up next we have the nominees for Best Original Score. The nominees were Daniel Pemberton for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Jerskin Fendrix for The Poor Things, Joe Hisaishi for The Boy and the Heron, Ludwig Göransson for Oppenheimer, Mika Levi for The Zone of Interest, and Robbie Robertson for Killers of the Flower Moon, and the winner for Best Original Score was Ludwig Göransson for Oppenheimer. Now, for nominees for Best Original Song, the nominees were Addicted to Romance in She Came to Me by Bruce Springsteen, Dance the Night in Barbie by Mark Ronson, Andrew Wyatt, Dua Lipa, and Carolyn Allen, I'm Just Ken in Barbie by Mark Ronson, Andrew Wyatt, sang by Ryan Gosling, Peaches in the Super Mario Bros. Movie by Jack Black, Road to Freedom in Rustin by Lenny Kravitz, and What Was I Made For in Barbie by Billie Eilish and Phineas O'Connell, and the winner was What Was I Made For in the Barbie movie by Billie Eilish. Up next, we have the awards for Best Cinematic Box Office Achievement, and the nominees were Barbie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, John Wick Chapter 4, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, Oppenheimer, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Taylor Swift The Eras Tour, and the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and the winner for Best Cinematic Box Office Achievement was Barbie. Up next, we had the nominees for Best Television Limited Series, Anthology Series, or Motion Picture Made for Television. The nominees were All the Light We Cannot See, Beef, Daisy Jones and the Six, Fargo, Fellow Travelers, and Lessons in Chemistry, and the winner was Beef. Up next, we had the Best Television Series, Musical, or Comedy, and the nominees were Abbott Elementary, Barry, The Bear, Jury Duty, Only Murders in the Building, and Ted Lasso, and the winner was The Bear. Up next, we had Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Television Series Drama. The nominees were Bella Ramsey in The Last of Us, Emma Stone in The Curse, Helen Mirren in 1923, Imelda Staunton in The Crown, Kerry Russell in The Diplomat, and Sarah Snook in Succession. The winner was Sarah Snook in Succession. Up next, we had the nominees for Best Television Series Drama, and the nominees were 1923, The Crown, The Diplomat, The Last of Us, The Morning Show, and Succession, and the winner was Succession. Up next, we had the nominees for Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. The nominees were Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction, Joaquin Phoenix in Beau is Afraid, Matt Damon in Air, Nicolas Cage in Dream Scenario, Paul Giamatti in The Holdovers, and Timothée Chalamet in Wonka, and the winner was Paul Giamatti in The Holdovers. Up next, we have the nominees for Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. The nominees were Air, American Fiction, Barbie, The Holdovers, Made December, and Poor Things, and the winner was Poor Things. Up next, we had Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Motion Picture or Drama. The nominees were Annette Bening in Naiad, Kaylee Spaney in Priscilla, Carey Mulligan in Maestro, Greta Lee in Past Lives, Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon, and Sandra Hüller in Anatomy of a Fall, and the winner is Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon. And then last but not least, the nominees for the Best Motion Picture Drama of the Year: Anatomy of a Fall, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, and The Zone of Interest, and the winner was Oppenheimer. Okay, so that is all for the 2024 Golden Globe Awards. We saw so many different kinds of movies, so many different kinds of talent really win and outshine in these awards, in these categories. For the final tally of the Golden Globes, we had Oppenheimer taking away the most awards with 5, Anatomy of a Fall with 2, The Holdovers with 2, Poor Things with 2, and Barbie with 2 awards as well. Now for TV, we saw Succession take away the most awards of the night with 4. We saw The Bear take away 3 awards, and Beef take away 3 awards. So a lot of cool awards got taken away tonight. A lot of cool shows in television and movies and films got awarded tonight, as well as so many strong nominations throughout the night. Anyways, like always, if you're messing with the content, please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. Let me know in the comments below which awards or which categories you thought outshined in this year's Golden Globes Awards, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.